Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Alisah from Class B English Education 2020. On this occasion, I will answer the question, how will you use your knowledge of English in the future? In what field? For who? To answer this question, I will use in the field of the tourism. In this case, I want to be a tour guide for foreign tourists. I choose to be a tour guide because I think tour guide is a fun and profitable profession. First, the tour guide will have many acquaintances. First point, every time on duty, the tour guide will meet many tourists who of course have different backgrounds. Because in carrying out their work, the rule of the tour guide is not rigid. They can even joke with the tourists being handled, so these tourists often become acquaintances and even friends, especially if a tour guide does his job sincerely. Second, intentionally or not, becoming a tour guide will add insight, because in addition to general knowledge learned by a tour guide independently, insight will also continue to increase along with increasing flight hours. The ability to get along with tourists who come from different backgrounds is very much supported by adequate general knowledge. It could be that in the middle of the trip, there are tourists who tell stories about their place of origin or other topics that not be known, so that the insight of the tour guide is getting wider and increasing. Third, tour guides can earn a lot of money easily. This is because when guiding tourists, a tour guide can be considered to be going on a trip, even if they are assigned to guide domestic tourists abroad. Then the tour guide can also join the tour even while getting paid and tips from tourists. But on the other hand, or can also be considered from the point of view of the tour guide. This money, regardless of the amount, is a reflection of the risks, difficulties, and demands that must be met to become a tour guide. In addition, a tour guide can also get a relationship from travel agents where he works, because the more tourists who are handled and the more travel agents who have work, the greater the opportunity to build relationship. And finally, participate in developing Indonesian tourism. Very few people are aware of how important the role of the tour guides is in the development of the tourism industry in a country. Tour guides are the spearhead of tourism. This is because the role of the tour guide is a facilitator or person who becomes a relation between tourists and tourist attraction and a destination. Tour guides will provide an explanation of the uniqueness of a destination more clearly and presently to tourists, so that tourist satisfaction during the tour will also increase. I always motivate myself to be able to get good result for my education, and my hope in the future is that all my wishes will be achieved, and most importantly, my knowledge is useful for others. I think that's all. I thank everyone who has support me on this course. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.